Affinity has a hidden script most designers don't even know exists. You've been manually stacking and tweaking shapes trying to fake a 3D effect, and still it doesn't look right. By the end of this video, you'll have a fully rendered 3D gradient shape built in just a couple of clicks. There's one setting in the Blend Tool script that almost nobody configures correctly, and it makes all the difference. Let's get installed and set up. So first, I'll simply open the Finder window, and from the Finder window I have this assets folder. I'll just open the social media post project that I was working on recently by double clicking on it, and now you can see that it has opened in Affinity app. Now let us go ahead and uncollapse the social media post layer or group inside of the layers panel, and I have this particular layer called Chroma. I'll just go ahead and toggle the visibility icon to on for it, and as you can see that as soon as I toggle the visibility icon on, it just unhides this particular chroma element. Now the next thing that I will do in order to create the 3D gradient shape inside of Affinity with just a couple of click is, first of all, we need to set things up. So for that, I'll just select any of the shape. So I'll just navigate to the left and simply click and hold, and after clicking and holding, you'll see that on the right we have multiple shape tools that are available here. So I'll just pick my favorite one, which is the square star tool, and after picking the favorite square star tool, I'll just hold down the command key, and I'll just first of all find the center point of origin inside of our social media post canva. I'll just drag, and you can see that right now this is the center point of origin that we have. Now I'll just left click on the mouse and drag it like so, and in order to keep the constraint of the shape size as it is throughout proportionally, I'll just hold down the shift key along with the command key so that it will create the shape by anchoring as the center point as the reference point, and also it will keep the constraint as it is, as you can see here. Now I like the shape. The next thing that I'll do is, first of all, I'll get rid of the fill color here. So to get rid of the fill color, first of all, if you are not selecting the fill color and you are activating the stroke color, then you can just click or press the X key in order to switch it. And after you're switching to the fill color, you can now just click on the forward slash key, and this simply hides the fill color at the center of this particular shape. Now the next thing that we should do in order to create our 3D gradient effect to this particular shape through the path is just to create another shape. So for that, I'll just again click and hold the shape tool once again, and this time I'll be selecting the ellipse tool. Now after selecting the ellipse tool, I'll just click and drag like so, and I'll hold down the shift key once again in order to maintain the constraint or the proportion of the dimension of this size. Now next, I'll just use the shortcut key of shift plus X in order to switch the color from the stroke to the fill color. And as you can see here, as soon as I do that, now the color that was there in the stroke of the circle shape has been transferred to the fill color, or transferred as the fill color. Now I'll just select the move tool and I'll just resize the shape like so. And the next thing that I will do now is apply the gradient fill color to this circle shape. And to apply the gradient fill color, I'll just navigate to the top and select the fill color right here. And as you can see here, we have different options here. I'll select the gradient one or the gradient tab, and after selecting the gradient tab, I'll just select the first node right here and then select the color swatch right here in the color label, and then I'll pick the color picker tool and then select the specific yellow color right here first. And the next thing that we can also do is adjust the noise levels here. So let me zoom in a little to this circle shape so that we can clearly see the effect of noise that we have applied here to this shape in the form of gradient fill color. And I'll just set it somewhere at here. Next, I'll just select the next or the second node right here at the right hand side, and Like before, I'll just click on this color swatch, and this time, first of all, let me zoom out, and this time I'll select the color from the bottom right chroma element that we have. So I'll just select the color picker tool, and this time I'll select this particular color maybe, or I can again go ahead and pick any other color that I find interesting. So I think this one is interesting, so let me go ahead and zoom in, and after zooming in I can just simply click on this gradient panel and then adjust the ratio of how much blues and yellows that I need. So after adjusting it, I think this is fine. Let me go ahead and again select the rightmost node and then click on the color swatch right here, and this time I'll again click on the noise slider and then drag it all the way to the right like so to introduce that professional noise effect like so. Now let me go ahead and zoom out. So this is our circle that we will be using to apply those blend features to the path of this shape that we have created, so that it will make this shape or give the shape much more 3D blend effect. Now the next thing that we will do is simply click anywhere outside of the canvas first to get rid of those color options, and I'll just navigate to the top, select the Windows menu that we have right here, and after selecting the Windows menu, let's navigate below and select General option. Inside from this General option, I'll select the option called Scripts, since we'll be using the scripts in order to create those 3D gradient shapes effect here with this shape that we have selected or created. Now right here you can see that we have all the other scripts as well. So before installing the script that we require, if you haven't created the category here inside of your script panel, just go ahead and create the category. I've already created the category called scripts, so I'll not go ahead and create the category. However, if you want to create a new category, you can just click on this particular icon, then select create new category, and this opens up a box to rename or give a name to your category basically. And after giving the name of the category, you can just go ahead and click on OK. So for now, I'll just hit the escape key in order to get rid of it, since I've already created a category called scripts. All the scripts that I've installed will be available here in this scripts category in the scripts panel. So right now there's no category that we are trying to use here, so for that we just need to install it. So to install it, I'll open the Affinity Script Manager. So I'll just open our launchpad and then type in script. So as you can see here, we have an app called Script Manager for Affinity. I'll just click on it and now it has opened, and it is also asking for the update. I'll just click on later for now. And if you haven't installed this Script Manager, please go ahead and do so, because it's a really handy tool for anyone that is working on Affinity in order to automate their workflows and tasks. Now, if you want to install it, you can find the link for how to do it in the description, as well as on the top left corner of this video. Now, as you can see here, I've already installed this particular script that we require in order to create the 3D gradient shape. So I'll just need to turn it on so that it will be visible inside of our scripts panel. So you can check out inside of the community tab as well for many of the scripts that are available here that are verified and could boost your workflow of design much more further by making it more efficient to create any projects in the future. Now I'll just go ahead and select my script on the top left corner, and in order to activate the arrange on path script, all I need to do is simply click on this green icon right here where the label suggests install to Affinity, and as soon as I click on that green label and then navigate back to Affinity, you can see that at the bottom now we have arrange on path script. So to make this script work, first of all, we just need to select our elements or the shape elements that we have just created. So I'll just select this particular shape element and hold down the shift key and again select the next shape element. And after selecting both of these shape elements, now I just need to execute the arrange on path script that we have inside from the scripts panel. So I'll just one click it in order to execute it. And now you can see that as soon as I one click it, you can see that it is trying to create the 3D shape effect to our initial shape that we just created. So we need to adjust the setting here. So for now, I'll not touch any settings but the few settings that is required. So I'll just click on this count option and then drag all the way to the right in order to increase the value of it to the max of 500. And the next thing is I'll just toggle this option called delete path on apply to on, and then I'll just switch the mode from preview to apply so that it will directly apply the 3D shape blend effect to the shape and give us the final result. Now I'll just go ahead and click on OK. And now you can see that as soon as I do that, it has already applied or blended our small sample shape with our initial bigger shape. So this is how we can basically create a 3D gradient shape in Affinity easily by using this or arrange on path script from the Affinity Script Manager. Now I'll just go ahead and select this initial shape and then toggle the visibility icon to off in order to hide it. Now I'll just select our main shape and adjust its size basically like so. So I'll just adjust it somewhere to this for now. And after adjusting it, the next thing that I'll do now is toggle the visibility of all the other elements to visible. So I'll just go ahead and toggle the visibility of other layers as well. So I'll just toggle the visibility of this one, toggle the visibility of this one, this one, this one. And I have now created a professional looking 3D gradient shape that basically blends the sample shape that we have created with our main shape using the arrange on path script. And you just created a polished 3D gradient shape using a tool that most Affinity users have never touched. If you want more scripts, hidden tools, and workflow shortcuts like this one, subscribing means you won't miss them. Next, take this shape further by learning how to export and work with them across different projects. So if you find this video helpful, then please hit a like button and please subscribe to the channel for more tips and tricks related to Affinity. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.